Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Stokes Sounds Off. I'm your host, James Stokes. As I mentioned in my belated birthday tribute to Elder Uchtdorf a few days ago, my hope going forward is to film and schedule these updates to be published on each apostle's actual birthday. Therefore, this video is being made in tribute to Elder Dale G. Renlund, who is marking his 71st birthday today. Let's get right into his extensive biography. Elder Dale Gunnar Renlund was born to Mats Ake and Mariana Anderson Renlund in Salt Lake City, Utah on this day in 1952. His parents had immigrated from Finland, Mats, and Sweden, Mariana, respectively, in order to be married in the temple. In view of that, Elder Renlund grew up primarily speaking Swedish. The fact that he did not speak English as a primary language gives him a certain degree of international appeal. In his teenage years, Elder Renlund lived with his family in Sweden while his father was a building missionary for the church. Several years later, Elder Renlund returned to Sweden, this time as a full-time missionary for the church. Following the conclusion of his missionary service, Elder Renlund continued his scholastic endeavors at the University of Utah, where in due course he earned a bachelor's degree in chemistry and his MD. Approximately 3 or 4 years after he concluded his missionary service, he met and was married to his eternal companion, Ruth Liebert, who was the daughter of General Authority 70, Elder Merlin R. Liebert. Elder Renlund went on to pursue a 3-year cardiology residency and a 3-year fellowship in cardiology, both at Johns Hopkins University, and he served as a bishop during that time as well. During that very same busy period of time, his wife was earning her law degree, and Ruth also gave birth to their only child, a daughter Ashley. At some point in 1986, Elder Renlund became a professor at the University of Utah. From 1991 to the time of his call as a General Authority 70 in 2009, he served as the medical director of the Utah Transplantation Affiliated Hospital's Cardiac Transplant Program. In 2000, he was also appointed as the director of the Heart Failure Prevention and Treatment Program at Intermountain Health Center, headquartered in Salt Lake, while his wife was a law professor at Dusnop King and Olson. In the church, in addition to serving as a bishop, Elder Dale G. Renlund also served locally as Ward Sunday School president, high councilman, and as a stake president. From 2000 to 2009, Elder Renlund served as an Area 70. He became a General Authority 70 in April 2009, at the same conference in which Elder Neil L. Anderson was sustained as a new apostle. The August after his call as a General Authority 70, Elder Renlund began serving in the Africa Southeast Area Presidency, headquartered in Johannesburg, South Africa. He concluded that service as the area president from 2011 to 2014. Just over a year after concluding that service, during which time he served in other general capacities at church headquarters, he was the third man to be called to fill the 3 vacancies in the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. In the wake of the deaths of President Boyd K. Packer and Elders L. Tom Perry and Richard G. Scott, with Elder Renlund's call occurring on the same day as that of Elders Ronald A. Rasband and Gary E. Stevenson. Some have claimed, rightfully so in my opinion, that since Elder Scott was the last of the 3 to pass away, Elder Renlund, as the last of the 3 new apostles called, was the one filling the apostolic vacancy occurring from the death of Elder Scott. Others may disagree on that point, as is their right to do so, but I think that is a fair statement. Elder Renlund's apostolic call was significant for a few other reasons. The calls of Elders Rasband, Stevenson, and Renlund made them the 98th, 99th, and 100th members of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles called in this dispensation. There have been more men ordained as apostles in the church, but only 104 of those men have officially served in the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. There is another significant aspect of Elder Renlund's call. As most of you are probably aware, at the times in the past where 2 or more apostles have been called, tradition is that they will be called, sustained, and ordained according to their age from oldest to youngest. That tradition, as has been the case a couple of times before, was slightly adjusted as Elder Stevenson, at almost 3 years younger than Elder Renlund, was called, sustained, and ordained as a senior apostle to Elder Renlund. That kind of thing is not in any way unheard of or unprecedented, but it is a significant anomaly to note. Given that all apostles from Elder David A. Bednar through Elder Renlund were born in the United States, some have taken issue with the church for the perceived lack of diversity in the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. But Elder Renlund's diverse background certainly qualifies him as having strong international ties and experiences. Elder Renlund has given a total of 23 addresses in General Conference, 2 of which were given prior to his apostolic call, the second of which was actually given in the General Conference prior to the one in which he became an apostle. I am grateful to have been able to offer this birthday tribute in Elder Renlund's honor, and I'm also grateful for his service. I gladly sustain him and the other 14 apostles as prophets, seers, and revelators, and I testify that their callings are divinely orchestrated. I invite you all to stay tuned here for my coverage of the latest updates from the Church News, the Newsroom, and the Church of Jesus Christ Temple sites. I'll be sure to pass word of those updates along to you all as soon as time and my circumstances allow me to do so. In the meantime, that does it for now. All comments are, as always, welcome and appreciated on any video or short at any time, as long as all such feedback is made in accordance with the established guidelines. I hope any of you who would like to share anything will take your opportunity to sound off in the comments section below. If you like what you watched here and would like to stay informed of newly added videos and shorts, please consider subscribing to this channel to receive the applicable updates. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Until next time, I wish each one of you all the best and pray that the Lord will bless you all in everything you do.